drainage, of course, I'm assuming that we cannot do hardscaping, landscaping, whatever, because the grading is really not very good.
Yeah.
We have no area that like Canoga negative grading, everything is together. Plus the runoff from the roof is going to end up, so it's not a good thing, but again, we have the runoff.
This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is August 21st, 2020. We're performing a video sewer inspection through the 3-inch ABS mainline sewer cleanout at the front of the house. To the left of the entranceway, right below the left window. It's by the left front corner of the house, underneath the center of the window. And we're going to zero out our camera monitor. We're going to begin running our sewer inspection, and we are at 7701 Woodhall, Woodhall Avenue, West Hills, California, 91304. This is the front of the house.
So can we just cut that pipe then? It's dead.
Begin running through.
Good.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that would be the main shut-off, the ball valve is ported to it. And the water pressure is regulated.
Clean out is ABS plastic, and we transition to vitreous clay right away, right in front of us. We've got an offset in this joint, not terrible, but we've got an offset on the right-hand side. You can see a lot of the face of the piping on the vitreous clay, but you can't see any on the left. It just wasn't centered real good in the coupling.
Crazy question.
Yeah, it will compromise the
That's why it's in the report, so she should read it clear, but of course it's a courtesy.
Yeah, we've got another fairly large offset. No root intrusion, no issues at this time. But you can see we're dropping down into the line. Those joints weren't lined up real well.
This other valve right here is for the irrigation, of course. And I noticed that something is leaking there. It's not a major leak, but it should be fixed, of course.
Continue running out to the next joint.
I'm assuming that these pipes are all broken.
We have another offset at the top. And this is vitreous clay to, looks like a transition to ABS plastic. And we're holding water right here.
So we don't know if we got a working system.
We may be stopped up
I mean, it's a
completely.
good possibility, but I know
Got a lot of
there's some
debris
open
floating.
and stuff like that here.
That's all it is.
Okay.
We're just going to run through and see if we can figure anything out here.
I'm sure you're aware of that, but
Looks like we have major
hardscaping you do, you
root intrusion here, holding back water.
But because many times people put concrete right against it or even dirt, that would be
hard to see.
So you definitely
When we punch through it and we come back, then we can see the we can see the roots right there. We have fairly large root intrusion right there. And we're going to pause and we're going to mark this area out. We can't see the condition of the joint because of the root intrusion in that joint. We're going to pause for a moment and we're going to locate this area. minor root intrusion in this area. We're going to mark this area real quick. Okay, we marked this area out right along the row of hedges, the bushes in the middle of the yard right before it drops down the hill at 3 foot 10 inches deep. That's minor root intrusion there. And then we transition to another section of ABS plastic from vitreous clay. A little bit of an offset in that joint, not terrible again. And then we make a turn, and we're dropping down. Got an offset, pretty good offset in that joint. See the whole face of the pipe, but no major breaks that we can see. That joint has a little separation, but not terrible. Got some pretty good root intrusion in this joint right here. We're going to pause and mark this area. Okay, we have pretty large amount of root intrusion down here. Not terrible, but we got some root intrusion in there. That's at about 4 foot 10 inches deep down by the sidewalk area. We've marked that area with a flag, and it's traveling down to the next joint and going into the 6-inch pipe right here. It's also going into there. Quite a bit traveling down the 6-inch pipe. We don't know for sure if any of that's coming in the joints in the 6-inch or if it's just in the 4-inch and traveling. We're going to run in. We'll run in all the way, and then we'll look at that on the way back. That joint appears to be in fair condition. Heading out toward the city sewer now. That joint appears to be in fair condition. 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 Making the turn. And we have a pretty major break right there at the city sewer saddle. You can see it from down in the bottom at about the 5 o'clock area up to about the 12 o'clock area. That's a pretty severe crack in that saddle area. That saddle area needs to either be replaced or put a top hat liner in there. And that is our city sewer tie-in connection. I'm going to pause here for a moment. I'm going to pull back just a little bit and mark this area. Okay, so we're going to begin pulling back now, and we showed the realtor and we showed Avi where it's broken right at the saddle area, and we're going to recommend installing a top hat sewer liner. So we're going to continue coming back. That was the major area that is in the 6-inch that we can see, but we also have other roots in the 6-inch vitreous clay lateral, but we don't know if they're coming from the joints in the vitreous clay lateral. I believe they're just coming in through the 4-inch vitreous clay adjacent to the 6-inch and running down the pipe right here. We're still in the 6-inch. That's all still in the 6-inch. Running back, and now we're going to transition to the 4-inch. So I think they're all coming in from that point at the sidewalk area. And more than likely that'll need to be repaired. Quite a bit of roots in that area. And we've looked at all the other joints going out. And we've got some offsets, got some minor offsets in there. And then we've got some larger offsets in some of the joints that we called out. It's another transition. We have a short piece of ABS again. Little offset, but not terrible. There's no roots, no major breaks, minor roots in here. So we could fix that 4 to 6-inch area and possibly just hydrojet this line and just re-inspect it. Run a camera back through just to make sure we don't have any major cracks or anything in the 6-inch lateral. Pulling back, joint has some minor offsets. And then we have the major roots right here, which we've marked out with an orange flag. And then we have the section, we have a separation and an offset right there, so we could repair that joint at the same time as you fix the other joint with the major roots. Pretty large offset there, but not broken. Another section of ABS coming back up through the mainline sewer cleanout, and that will conclude our video sewer inspection.